What is going on, YouTube family? So in today's video, we will finally be slamming, or not really slamming, but lowering the good old EJ2. So it's a ton of videos on YouTube of how to do this, so I'm not gonna do like a really in-depth tutorial on it. I mean, I'll just, you know, kind of point out the bolts as we go, but I'm not gonna do like a whole walk around because I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all already know, and if you don't, then there's plenty of content on that, so I'm not gonna waste everybody's time. The main goal is to get this thing swapped out this evening, and I got 2 new tires finally, new used, but these are the exact same profile as the 2 that are on the back. So now we don't have that giant balloon tire in the rear anymore. So that's already looking better. And the coilovers ended up going to my parents' house. So Nisha went down to pick those up. So big shout out to her. But while I wait for her to get back, I'm gonna go ahead and start taking all of these factory struts out, and we can then get ready for the install of the new coilovers.
I ride slow, cruising down the highway going 65. I'm all alone inside my head trying to cook up that vibe. One day they gonna realize. Ride slow, cruising down the highway going 65. I'm all alone inside my head trying to cook up that vibe. I pop the top and release everything I got inside. They slipping on me, but one day they gonna realize.
Whoever's buying these because of this pandemic, fuck you, because I can't even find any of these gloves anymore. And why would you wear a glove this fucking thick because of the virus? Like, God, you make no sense. I'm gonna start with the rear, and one major thing why I'm starting with the rear is because the fronts I've already disassembled several times, so I know they come out. The rears, on any Honda, man, especially the 90s, this bolt right here will give you the most hell. This will determine whether or not you're gonna have a successful install or not. So if we can get these broke loose, this one and the one on the other side, everything else would be a breeze. But those suckers, they love to fucking rust up inside of that bushing. Why? I don't know, poor design by Honda or something there, but that bolt right there is like the first bolt, if you're doing this yourself, you want to start with, because I've done the fronts first many a time and ended up having to ride with it sitting funny because I had to take it to an actual shop to let them bang out the rusted up bushing in there and put a new one in, just so I could put a new bolt through it. Like, this thing will seize the fuck up. So everybody right now, if you're watching this video, please cross your fingers for me, and let's hope that this works out well and we can get this thing to break loose. But I'm gonna hit it, I guess I'm gonna hit it with a little PB blaster before I start trying to get it off. It has been off before because they put these eBay coilover sleeve things on, so it should be able to come off. I just gotta be careful with it and make sure I don't round it off. So yeah, let's try to get this baby out. So for the bottom ones, they were a little bit stuck, but what I ended up doing, I had to pull out the old trusty Harbor Freight breaker bar, and they popped right loose. So pull this baby out, and yep, they popped right loose. So this is one, and y'all just saw the other side. Now once you got that, the most difficult part out of the way, then you're gonna come inside. If you got interior, there's like a piece that curves around on this side, and you just pretty much have to bend that back out of the way so that you can access these 2, I want to say the 12s, yeah, the 12mm bolts. So once you got those open, you just spin both of those out, and your whole coilover will just be ready to drop right out. Now I should be able to pull this baby out of here. one. I do want to apologize too if the camera angles aren't quite right. For some reason, this is why I don't like using this big camera. I need to get a new one, but the screen works, then it'll black out, and then it'll work, then it'll black out. So sometimes I don't know exactly what I'm pointing at. So that's why you'll notice that it'll, I might be pointing at any damn thing, because it's, for some reason, it just goes in and out. But whip this one out here. There we go. Simple, simple. So that's 2 busted ass coilover sleeve eBay setups out. And you can see just how shitty these things are. If you're thinking of buying these, please don't. These do not work worth a fuck. Like, look at this. Like, the whole setup is just, and what you do when you buy these, you'll get this little collar piece and this spring, and that's it. And then you'll have to use your top hat, this bottom, like this shock itself. You have to use all of that from the stock setup. And the problem with that is when you slamming it and shit, it's pushing this shock too far, so it ends up, it'll just blow the shock out, and then you end up with it really bouncy feeling. And that's where a lot of people, I think, mistake full body eBay coilovers and eBay sleeves like this. Like, they're 2 completely different things. As long as you buy full body coilovers, which I'll show you in just a few seconds, you won't have to worry about the bounce. See, the bounce comes from putting these sleeves onto a stock setup, and then you're compressing the shock too much, so it ends up exploding the shock, and then that's how you end up with the crazy bounce. The full bodies are designed to be that way, so everything works in uniform. As long as you don't touch the preload on them, they ride absolutely flawless. Not a single complaint from me. All right, so now that we got the rears out, we're gonna do the fronts. Pretty simple deal here too. Basically all you got is 1 bolt right there. Hold on, yeah, right there, take that. I think it's a 17mm bolt. Take that out, and then you're gonna wanna take, it's a 14mm inside of the actual fork here. Take that out as well, and then you'll be able to drop the fork down and out of your way. And once you've done that, then you come up top here and you can take out these 2 14mm bolts on the actual strut itself. And then the same setup, it'll just fall right down to the bottom and you can pull it right out. There you have it. And here are the 2 fronts. These were basically like stock Civic suspension here, so they actually rode the best. It was just, you know, that's what was causing me to have that super gangster squat going on. So with those out now, we can just wait. As soon as Nisha pulls up, I'll unbox the coilovers and show you the differences, because again, a lot of people mistake the full body ones for this crap here, and this is like a what they call a coilover sleeve setup. So you just slide the sleeve onto your stock strut, and supposedly you got ride height adjustability. But yeah, I'll show you what the real eBay ones look like as soon as I unbox it. Man, that's just a pretty. That's a pretty close. But, yep, here we have it, guys. So this is the full body eBay special coilovers known as MAXPEEDINGRODS. Now, a lot of people have ran these on a lot of different setups, so you know it's not really anything too new to YouTube, but I just want to show y'all a little comparison here as far as the difference between the full body. You notice like this whole piece, see, this whole piece right here, when you move this up, you can thread this entire piece rotates into the actual threads here. So you never touch your preload. This is your preload. This entire big piece here threads into this so that you don't touch your preload, meaning you won't never have a really soft, ride. You'll retain your spring rate that it's supposed to be from, factory spec or whatever that they put it at. So that's the big difference. You see how this ain't made to this part, and it don't thread into this part. You changing the ride height is changing the hell out of your preload. By screwing this down, your spring gets really slack, and that's what causes all that bounce. So from now on, if you want to buy eBay coilovers, it's not the worst thing in the world. Just make sure you get full bodies, which means the entire body is the coilover instead of these sleeve looking things, and you'll be just fine. Now, let's get these installed. Alright, so I've got the two fronts adjusted to be pretty much the exact same height. Now, we're probably going to have to adjust this, but we got to get it in the car and sit on the ground and see what our ride height is before we can really mess with it. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be a little too low for what we want to go for. So with that adjusted, the next step as far as these coilovers go, you may be wondering, what are these rings? Well, if you have an older Civic like the EFs and like a CRX and whatnot, they slip right onto this edge of the suspension here. But with the EGs and Integras, you gotta slide this sleeve on. So this will just slide right on here. You tap it up with a hammer, and that'll allow it to fit the actual wishbones that we have. So that's why they come like that, so you can run two different setups. Like if you have a EF setup, then you can run this just like it is, but with the EGs it's a little bit bigger. So they include this little sleeve slash spacer looking thing that you just tap all the way up till it seats up here. And we'll do that now, and then you can pretty much throw it on in the car. Alrighty guys, so this is pretty much how she's sitting right now. I went back and I kept playing with the front. I kind of dig the way the back is sitting. That's pretty much as low as I want to go. But I did lift the front up just a hair. So you can see it's just a touch of gap in the front, because that header and stuff is extremely low. Even though we did tuck it up, it's still pretty low. So I went ahead and I raised the front ever so slightly to try to make a little extra clearance, which I know I'm still gonna hit shit. This thing is too low. Like, that thing is low. So I might end up raising it a little more sometime off camera, but for now, this is how it's sitting. I wanna take it for a quick drive before I clean up and just see how the difference is as far as ride quality and whatnot. So yeah, we're gonna take her out for a little spin here, and hopefully it'll ride a lot better. It should definitely ride a lot better. I'm definitely loving the way it looks now, but like I said, man, that motor is fucking massive, so it's definitely pretty low to the ground in the front. This side looks like it might be a little taller than this side, but I might be tripping. I don't know. But yeah, let's hop in this thing and take it out for a little spin before we close this video out. Alrighty guys, so that's pretty much gonna wrap it up. Man, this thing drives so much better than those shitty ass sleeve things that I had on it. So much smoother, man, and it's not stiff. It's like the perfect amount of stiffness like for daily driving, so it's perfect, man. So super happy with that. It looks a lot better with the car actually sitting more level, so I think we did pretty good. I think we accomplished something pretty good today. So with that being said, make sure y'all like this video. If you liked it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. I will catch y'all later. As always, respect all bills. Peace out.